Otis Mounds out of Auburn. The fans wanted the interference call. Freddie Gales either got tripped up inadvertently or was downright pushed. We'll have to watch it again. But Mounds, it looks like the interception is going to stand, Mike.
Yeah, it's going to stand. I think their feet got tangled up, and anytime that happens, they're not going to call anything. Again, this one's going to go against Martin, but not his fault. Looked like he laid the ball out there nice. Gales ends up on the ground, and an easy interception. You see the feet? Yeah, the feet just tangle up. Good non-call by the officials. No way they should call that when the feet tangled. Easy interception.
Tony Wells has a pick. And now Otis Mounds does as well. Florida doing on the defensive side of the football as well. The Grand Rapids Rampage down by 24. Now it's just 16, courtesy of a Corey Bullock touchdown pass to Michael Baker, and then the two-point conversion by Gerald Dockery. 9:34 remaining in the game as Remy Hamilton kicking off for the Rampage. Right between the uprights, the soft part of the netting. You usually don't get a return from there. Hamilton's going to try to bring it out anyway, and it flags down.
Well, Raphael Ball, number 25 for Grand Rapids, was at about the 2-yard line when the ball was caught by Hamilton. You can't be past the 5, so Grand Rapids will get the penalty against them for this.
Well, the Old Spice storyline, we'll get to that in just a second.
Violation of the 5-yard belt, number 25. Tack another 3 yards on it. First down, Florida.
The Old Spice storyline, not quite over yet. There's still a couple of chapters to be written, but so far, Fred McNair, 6 touchdown passes. Grand Rapids, 5 turnovers, and their quarterback, Jason Martin, threw 4 interceptions.
When you say all 5 turnovers, and they're within striking distance, there's no doubt Grand Rapids still in this game with 5 turnovers, and that's almost a miracle in itself.
Caesar, the man in motion. The screen to Kerry Brown and a flag down.
Well, they're going to get Caesar for pushing in the back. Probably decline this one, though, since they only gained a yard, make it 2nd and 9. No need for Caesar to do that. You see the back of the person you're blocking. You're taught not to touch him.
Mike, one of the encouraging things for Rick Buffington tonight, the Florida head coach, is the receiver breakdown. Curtis Caesar, he hasn't been the whole show.
Hamilton, Edwards, Alex Shell hasn't played a lot this year, but he's even contributing tonight with a reception. But yeah, when you're able to spread the ball around, I mean, it helps your offense so much more, especially when we showed the size of these guys before. These guys are all 6'2" or better. What a great weapon for Rick Buffington. He can just get his quarterback protected.
8:44 remaining. McNair going to number 7 this time, Alex Shell.
Well, surprise, surprise, another flag down. The way that one came down, I think it's against Florida. They were throwing them at people. Going to be holding on Florida. Steve Clark, number 90, may be the guilty party here.
Number 90 on the offense, 8-yard penalty. Repeat, first down.
Again, guys like Clark and Wisdom, Jennings, Eric Miller, Marty Hokerts, Don Reynolds, they go both ways. They are substituted for, they rotate, but you try to leave your best unit in as long as you can. Consequently, late in the 4th quarter, late in the game,
absolutely,
you get tired, get fatigued, and that's why the penalties. Caesar, the motion man. McNair rolls to his right, going for it all. There it is. Alex Shell, number 7, touchdown. McNair to Shell, touchdown pass number 6 for Fred McNair.
And Alex Shell was too wide open. The defensive back almost stopped. It was Raphael Ball, number 25. He just about stopped, almost like expecting he was going to have help on a crossing route. You see him deep. You see he's going to stop. He just kind of stops to pick up the receiver coming into his area. I think he saw the receiver coming into his area wide open. That's a great replay we got there. You see that receiver coming in. He stopped to look back to him, and Alex Shell went wide open to the end zone.
So the spread the wealth offense has paid dividends for the Florida Bobcats tonight. Huerta, good again on the extra point attempt, and the Bobcats may have put this thing out of reach. 7:49 remaining when we return to Grand Rapids.
Play like the pros with Oscar Wagner.
In the fourth and final quarter, here's how they got their last score, Mike Golick.
Well, here's what Rafael Ball saw. You see to the left of your screen, ball number 25 coming into your picture. And right here we'll freeze it. He sees this receiver, the shorter receiver, coming wide open. He looks back for him, and now Shell is left to go wide open. He was stuck. He was stuck in a squat position, wondering who he should cover. Nobody was on that underneath receiver. He looked back for it. Really, he was in no man's land. If he'd have stayed with Shell, then McNair just would have thrown it to the underneath receiver instead. So there was a blown coverage somewhere else on the field.
You saw Ball hold out his hands. What am I supposed to do? Tonight's quarterback comparison. It's been all Fred McNair. 7 touchdown passes. Baker, the dangerous one out of West Virginia. Knocked out of bounds by Alex Shell as the players start to get into it along the near sideline and near wall.
They throw the late flag. That'll go on Alex Shell, number 7 for Florida. Yeah, watching Michael Baker run. We just did the game a couple of nights ago, Milwaukee playing Houston. Gary Compton, that style of running where you don't look to make a move on someone, you try and run him over, and Baker did that right at the end of the play. You see him lower that shoulder and try and run over Alex Shell. Michael Baker is giving it 110 tonight, that's for sure.
After the play was over, personal foul, late hit, number 7 on defense. 8-yard penalty, automatic first down.
Well, Corey Pullick still in the game. Jason Martin went out on the last drive when John Fengen, number 50 for Florida, landed on him and hurt his shoulder. Pullick comes with a touchdown pass. Now just on his second drive.
Going to Baker. Baker with that great open field ability. Breaks 2 tackles. They never even touched him, as a matter of fact, and he almost has the first down inside the 20-yard line.
I'd love to see that kind of want in a player, no matter what position. Just to never quit, to never die, driving his legs, and he's in that zone now. He can feel it. It's saying it's going to take at least 2 or 3 guys to bring me down.
Virginia refuses to let his team die. Almost single-handedly, he has kept the Rampage in the game, although it's late in the fourth quarter, Mike.
Listen, when he had this ball on the 5-yard line and nobody was on him, you knew he was getting in. Nothing was stopping him from crossing that goal line. Going through, going over the top, going around, he was doing whatever it took to get in the end zone.
A big league touchdown for Michael Baker. Hamilton on to attempt the extra point tonight.
Oh, Grand Rapids just doesn't want to go away.
They'll go for the 2-point conversion. Where was the count? What was it?
The latest news and stats on your hometown football team. It's the Rampage Webpage, created and hosted.
Hamilton on to attempt the extra point, which would bring them within 15. 6:16 remaining in the quarter. Well, with 6:16 remaining in the fourth and final quarter, Grand Rapids still a breath of life. They trail by 15, 55, 39-16, I should say. Well, coming up following that up-close special, or the Between the Lines special, up close, Powerball with Roy Firestone. Many past and present power hitters in the game of baseball discuss the home run. People like Mark McGwire and Sammy Sosa, Juan Gonzalez. Among the other topics of debate, why there are so many homers today, and is too much emphasis being placed on the dinger? We'll hear what the experts have to say. Up Close Special with Roy Firestone, Tuesday night at 8:30 Eastern on ESPN. The big positive tonight so far for Grand Rapids, the Rampage's fine wide receiver and return man, Michael Baker, 9 receptions, 111 yards, and 3 touchdowns.
And a couple of nice kickoff returns. He has definitely been the spark for this Grand Rapids team, even though still down by a few scores. They do have a breath of life, and this probably looks like the Grand Rapids is going to try an onside kick right now. I thought maybe they'd try one more kick and then onside kick it on the next drive, but it looks like they're going to go with this one. And again, Milwaukee did this a couple of weeks ago, two recoveries and a 19-point comeback.
Sure, Rick Buffington has schooled his troops. In fact, in the Arena Football League, the coach can walk all the way down to the sidelines. Buff is on the 10-yard line watching his hands team in there. Instead, Hamilton drills the ball into the left corner of the end zone and hits the back wall. They'll bring it out to the 5.
Yeah, they were just trying to fake him out and not get a big return against him, because as soon as you saw Hamilton go back, he went into his normal kicking stance. Normally when you're going to do an onside kick, you get way off to an angle and come at the ball on an angle. Hamilton came straight on it. Just a ploy to move him up and not get the big return.
Clock ticking with 6:07 remaining. Fred McNair leads the Bobcats out of the huddle. What a night he's had. 7 touchdown passes in all. McNair has to shuffle those feet. Curtis had a step. Curtis Caesar had a step on his man. Spencer Ray, ball just overthrown. One of the few miscues that McNair has made tonight. He's been sensational.
Well, it comes down to another hopeful big stop for Grand Rapids. And their defense, they've come up with a couple of big ones, as Florida has. Give them credit, their defense also. Making each drive of the game the biggest one of the game.
Curtis Caesar, Mr. Touchdown tonight for Florida, the man in motion and the man on the receiving end of that McNair pass. Knocked out of bounds by Spencer Ray, but not before he has the first down. What has this man done tonight? Just about everything, Mike.
Well, he has been the man at 6'3". Nice inside move. Easy touchdown there. Again, using his size. McNair throwing the ball up high, letting him go up after it. Boy, what a highlight film. This could be a season highlight film for some receivers. This is one game for Curtis Caesar, and he finishes it off with a touchdown, almost running right out of the arena.
His numbers on the night, 144 yards in receptions and 5 touchdowns. Rookie out of Grambling, where he set all kinds of records. Caesar has made salad out of that Grand Rapids secondary.
Oh, my.
I couldn't resist.
With the 5 touchdowns, the croutons on the top.
You got it.
Oh, you got me into it now. Well, the clock working against Grand Rapids again. Running clock. You see it running down even though it was an incomplete pass. It keeps moving until we hit the 1-minute mark. Grand Rapids can't afford to give up many more first downs, and that's all Florida really needs to do right now. Just move the sticks, keep the clock moving.
Second down and 10, Bobcats. McNair has to scamper to his left, throws that one way off balance, and there's the result. Why you don't want to do that. The only errant throw, poor decision he has made all night, picked up by Raphael Ball.
And you're absolutely right. That was a bad decision. He was rolling to his left. And as a right-handed quarterback, very difficult to get the power on the ball. Should have thrown that one away. Lived to throw another day. Except he hung it up in the air.
Well, tonight's Tenacton Ironman player of the game, Allard Hamilton. 3 receptions tonight, 29 yards, 3 kick returns. He had an interception, 4 tackles. He did it all. A reminder, at the end of the season, Tenacton will make a contribution to the Special Olympic World Games on behalf of the Tenacton Ironman Player of the Year. And now Allard Hamilton, one of those. Bailey. Dave Ewert frantically calling signals on the Florida sidelines.
And we just saw Millard Hamilton as he was walking on the field. He can't celebrate too early on that little award he got tonight. They still have some work to do.
Bullock has done a nice job in replace of Jason Martin, who went down early. I should say. This time he finds Bailey. Touchdown. This one's not over, Mike.
Back in it.
With the instant offense that is arena football, no game is over until the gun sounds. In most cases.
Nice job of redirecting. Watch the end of the play. Bailey's got the ball. Watch number 6, Michael Baker, throw a little block at the end for him. Seeing Bailey follow his receiver as he breaks back across. Watch Baker come in right there and lay a little extra block to help Bailey on into the end zone.
After the touchdown, I have an unsportsmanlike penalty on the defensive coach for Florida. Half the distance.
Well, they were again. I don't think him and Wes Fritz are going to be exchanging Christmas cards this year.
Hey, give Grand Rapids quarterback Corey Bullock some credit. He's 5 for 5 since he stepped on in relief of Martin for 82 yards and 3 touchdowns. They're going for 2. They need to. And they got it. Michael Baker. Millard Hamilton may be the Iron Man, but Michael Baker is the MVP.
And they're down by 8 points. A touchdown and a 2-point conversion away from a tie. What a great comeback.
In arena football, it's never over till it's over. Back with more from Grand Rapids after this.
The PGA Tour presents the 1998 Cannon Greater Hartford Open.
Not so long ago, the Florida Bobcats led by 24, but they failed to deliver the knockout punch. Grand Rapids had scored 23 points here in the 4th quarter, and they are still in this game, down by 8, 55-47. Here is the 2-point conversion by Michael Baker.
Big play, puts him down by 8. Nice little sweep. Again, this guy's effort to get the extra yard to get in the end zone has been evident all night. He's the man you want in his hand. Mike, I would not onside kick here. I would kick the ball out. There's a minute 55. You still got all 3 timeouts. I would kick it.
Great kick by Hamilton. That ball just dies in that soft part of the netting. Hamilton has no choice but to watch it drop behind the end line. And so they'll begin this possession, Florida will, at their 5-yard line.
Plenty of time again. Running clock for 55 more seconds. Then in a minute, the incomplete passes will stop a clock or out of bounds. Plus Grand Rapids has all 3 of their timeouts.
Willie McClay, he has been on his troops all night long, the defensive coordinator. And I'll tell you what, his front 3 people have been coming up big in the last quarter here. Guys like Tony Bowen, Darius Smith, David Caldwell.
And the Grand Rapids players know how much these fans need. They're trying to get them into the game.
Number 99, Mac Potter, in the game as well right now. McNair's pass on a 3-step drop. Complete to Kerry Brown across the 10. That buys Florida a little room. Spencer Ray calling timeout for Grand Rapids.
Yeah, they're going to burn one of them before the 1-minute warning. Don't know if I'd have used one there, but trying to stop that clock before the 1-minute warning.
Well, the Rampage will rage again next Friday on ESPN2 at 8 p.m. live. They'll be traveling across Lake Michigan to Milwaukee to visit the Mustangs. The Mustangs still alive in the hunt for the playoffs, but barely. Will Coach Rick Frazier start Todd Hamill or the Miracle Man, Kevin McDougal? And then on Sunday, an afternoon contest on ESPN, the defending Arena Bowl champion Arizona Rattlers taking on the New Jersey Red Dogs. They too, should they on pace to make the playoffs? That's Sunday at 3 p.m. Eastern on ESPN.
How big are those best games in Milwaukee right now is number 9. And New Jersey, the game on Sunday, they are number 8 right now. So those two really fighting for that last spot.
Grand Rapids defense under their season average. McNair off his back foot. Bernard Edwards had a step.
Now we're going to be down to a minute. They came up and jammed Curtis Caesar on the line that time. A good defensive play by Grand Rapids, keeping their best receiver right on the line of scrimmage.
Raphael Ball on the call.
Well, this is a big third down now. They need to come up and play them tight. This is where they may have to take a chance. Don't give up this first down. Play them tight. The last time they came up and jammed Curtis Caesar, if they don't jam him, look for a nice short pass to him for that first down.
Other than poor outings against Arizona and Houston, Grand Rapids defense not that bad. McNair, first down. Edwards knocked out of bounds. The clock will stop.
Boy, that hurt. They came up on Caesar again. That time, Raphael Ball over on Edwards. He backed off at the end and gave him the first down.
Mike, at this point in the game, do you gamble a little bit?
I think they have to, because the clock, you can use the clock now in incomplete passes. Make Florida work for it. Don't let them go down the field. They're going to try and keep balls right in the middle of the field where the clock keeps running to make Grand Rapids burn their timeouts. Get up and play it. They just jammed Curtis Caesar twice on the line, and they've gotten away with it. Do it again.
Here's Caesar in motion. Spencer Ray didn't get the jam. He's got the step. Touchdown. For McNair, no flags of the play. And for McNair, touchdown number 8 for Caesar. Touchdown number 6.
Last 2 plays, Spencer Ray has jammed Curtis Caesar right on the line of scrimmage. This time, he misses it. This time, Caesar gets off free. McNair, great job of laying it up. Now, the last 2 times he's been jammed at the line. This time, Spencer Ray doesn't shuffle and get in front of him. Last 2 times, he did a great job of moving his feet and jamming Caesar at the line. This time, Caesar goes right by him. McNair, a great throw over the shoulder.
Boy, and teams that are able to stifle that high motion, man, with some kind of press usually are successful. And Spencer Ray just paid for his miscue there. And that one puts this away. Carlos Huerta good again. Fred McNair, what a night he's had.
String of musical hits and a remarkable career. The king of London's West End producers, Cameron Mackintosh.
I was like a hoover. I sucked